Good day to you. Now I am going to explain you the three characteristics of our existence and how to get rid of sufferings. The three characteristics of our existence are considered as the foundation of Buddhism. Therefore, we should realize them to realize Buddhism, follow it, and get rid of sufferings. In other words, we should realize them to attain enlightenment and experience eternal happiness. Therefore, let us study the three characteristics of our existence or our life in detail. The first and the main characteristic of our existence or our world is that the things we like or love don't remain as we want. In other words, the things we like or love change against our will. This characteristic is called anicca in Pali language. The second characteristic of our existence is suffering. Because the things we like or love change against our will, we have to suffer from dissatisfaction, frustration, and mental stress. Further, we know that mental sufferings cause diseases which cause physical suffering. This characteristic is called dukkha in Pali language. The third characteristic of our existence is worthlessness or uselessness. Because the things we like or love change against our will, giving us sufferings, our existence is worthless and useless. This characteristic is called anatta in Pali language. If you want to lead a contented life, get rid of suffering, and finally experience eternal happiness, you must realize these three characteristics of existence or the life. Now let us try to understand how these three characteristics operate in our life. Think of our body. Undoubtedly, the thing we love most is our body. Let us see whether we can keep our body as we want. When aging, our hair falls or turns grey, skin gets wrinkled, our body becomes weak, and we often fall ill. In the end, we die. We don't like any of these happenings, but they happen. We can't stop them. So when we deeply think of our life, we understand that our body doesn't remain as we want, and it changes against our will, giving us suffering. In the case of our mind, we think that we can control our mind as we want, but when we try to concentrate on an important matter for a few minutes, we find that unwanted thoughts flowing into our mind and they interrupt our concentration. So we can understand that even our mind doesn't remain as we want. Therefore, we can conclude our body and our mind don't remain as we want. In other words, they change against our will, giving us sufferings. Most of us usually understand this truth in our middle age or old age. Now let us think of other things we love other than our body and mind. What about our parents, brothers, sisters, children, relations, and friends? They also grow old, fall ill, meet with accidents. Some of them die unexpectedly, and some of them act against our will. We don't like to see or hear any of these sad happenings, but they happen. Now, one can argue that the things we like also happen. Yes, they seem so, but those things happen as we like, not because we like so, but because they are bound to happen so. Now let us think of our private property like lands, houses, vehicles, jewelry, money and so on. We can't keep them also as we want, although we always try to keep them as we want. We might lose them at any moment. They might be damaged or destroyed in natural disasters like floods, storms, tsunamis, wildfires and so on. Some of them might be stolen. We might die unexpectedly, leaving everything we love behind. When we consider these facts, we can understand that we can't keep our private property as we want. Now I think that you can understand that our body, our mind, our beloved ones and our private property don't remain as we want, or they change against our will. As a result, we suffer from dissatisfaction, frustration, mental stress and physical pains. Because the things we like change against our will and give us sufferings, our existence or our world is useless and worthless. Wise people can understand these three characteristics of our existence irrespective of race, creed, faith, gender or social status. If we deeply think of our life, we can understand that the amount of suffering we experience is much greater than that of happiness or pleasure. And this fact is common to all of us, irrespective of our race, creed, faith, gender, or social status. That is why the Lord Buddha has advised us to attain enlightenment and stop the sorrowful cycle of rebirth as soon as possible. Further, Lord Buddha has shown us several ways to get rid of sufferings, and the main way is following the Noble Eightfold Path. All these ways show us how to keep our mind free from lust, hatred and delusion. This means if we keep our mind free from lust, hatred and delusion, we can get rid of sufferings, lead a contented life and finally experience eternal happiness. To get rid of sufferings, we should know the cause of sufferings. There are three kinds of attachments which cause sufferings. They are the attaching to pleasant things with lust and giving priority to think of them, attaching to unpleasant things with hatred, and attaching to neutral things with delusion. Here delusion means thinking that neutral things will remain as we want forever. Therefore, to get rid of sufferings, we should live without attaching to pleasant things with lust, unpleasant things with hatred, and neutral things with delusion. In other words, if we live without polluting our clean mind with lust, hatred, and delusion, we can lead a contented life, get rid of sufferings, attain enlightenment, and experience eternal happiness. Besides, we should know that we experience pleasant things, unpleasant things, and neutral things as a result of wholesome and unwholesome activities we did in the past, and we can't avoid them. But we should use them or deal with them without attaching to pleasant things with lust, unpleasant things with hatred, and neutral things with delusion, because lustful attachment, hateful attachment and delusive attachment are the cause of sufferings. Therefore, we should study and realize these facts to get rid of sufferings and experience eternal happiness. Now let us study how attaching to pleasant things with lust causes sufferings and how to get rid of these sufferings. Worldlings always attach to pleasant visuals, pleasant sounds, pleasant smells, pleasant tastes, pleasant touches and pleasant thoughts with lust, and they try to fulfill sensual desires of their eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind respectively. In short, worldlings always try to fulfill their sensual desires by attaching to pleasant things with lust. While trying to fulfill their sensual desires, worldlings attach to pleasant things with lust, and they try to gather more and more things they like and try to keep them as they want. But they can't fulfill their sensual desires with those things because there is no pleasure in those things. Thinking that there is pleasure in the things they like is a delusion made by their mind. In any case, when they attach to pleasant things with lust and try to fulfill their sensual desires, they experience momentary gratification made by their mind. But gratification declines against their will, giving them mental sufferings such as dissatisfaction, frustration, and mental stress. And these are the drawbacks of gratification. But worldlings can't understand these facts. That is why they think that their existence is worthwhile, and they attach to worldly things with lust, hatred, and delusion. As a result, they continue their sorrowful cycle of rebirth. The Lord Buddha discovered the formation of gratification, its drawbacks, and getting rid of it, and explained them to his followers. Unless he had explained them to his followers, we couldn't have understood them. Because worldlings don't know that fulfilling sensual desires is impossible, they try to fulfill their sensual desires continuously. In this process, they get involved in some of the following unwholesome activities, namely killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, slandering, harsh speech, frivolous talk, covetousness, ill will, and false view. These unwholesome activities produce unwholesome energy, which causes sufferings to do us sooner or later. Further, these unwholesome energy causes the continuity of the sorrowful cycle of rebirth. This is how attaching to pleasant things with lust and trying to fulfill sensual desires causes sufferings. On the other hand, if you don't attach to pleasant things with lust, you don't have to suffer when pleasant things change against your will. Further, you don't produce unwholesome energy which causes suffering to you sooner or later, because you don't get involved in unwholesome activities to fulfill your sensual desires. Therefore, to get rid of sufferings caused by pleasant things, you should live without attaching to pleasant things with lust. Then you can lead a contented life and finally experience eternal happiness. Now let us study how attaching to unpleasant things with hatred causes sufferings, and how to get rid of these sufferings. Unpleasant things mean things giving us unpleasant feelings, and they include unpleasant visuals, unpleasant sounds, unpleasant smells, unpleasant tastes, unpleasant touches, and unpleasant thoughts. If we attach to unpleasant things with hatred, our hatred of unpleasant things increases. For example, suppose a person scolds you. If you attach to that person with hatred, you will try to take revenge on that person. Then you might scold, hit, or even kill the person if the fight worsens. In this way, if a person does something against your will, that person becomes an unpleasant person to you, and if you attach to unpleasant persons with hatred, you will try to hurt them. We attach with hatred not only to unpleasant people, but also to unpleasant visuals, unpleasant sounds, unpleasant smells, unpleasant tastes, unpleasant touches, and unpleasant thoughts. When you attach to unpleasant things with hatred, you get involved in unwholesome activities such as saying harsh words, lying, slandering, hitting, and even killing. After that, you have to repent of your sinful activities. Further, these unwholesome activities produce unwholesome energy, which causes suffering to the doer sooner or later. Besides, this unwholesome energy causes the continuity of the sorrowful cycle of rebirth and causes rebirth in an awful plane of existence. Further, burning with hatred is not good for your health and makes you unpleasant to others. On the other hand, if you don't attach to unpleasant things with hatred, sufferings caused by unpleasant things end. Therefore, to get rid of sufferings caused by unpleasant things, you should live without attaching to unpleasant things with hatred. Then you can lead a peaceful life and finally experience eternal happiness. Now let us study how things giving us neutral feelings cause sufferings and how to get rid of these sufferings. When we come across neutral things or neither pleasant nor unpleasant things, we sometimes attach to them with delusion. Here, delusion means thinking that neutral things will remain as we want forever. But they don't remain as we want forever, or they can change against our will at any moment. Therefore, we have to suffer from dissatisfaction, frustration, and mental stress if we attach to neutral things with delusion. For example, suppose you come across a calm and quiet place and you think that it's a good place for meditation. Therefore, you make arrangements, start your meditation program and continue it successfully. But later on, a factory opens in that area and calmness and quietness of that area end. Then if you have attached to that place with delusion, you have to suffer from dissatisfaction, frustration and mental stress. Therefore, to get rid of sufferings caused by neutral things, we should live without attaching to neutral things with delusion. Then you can lead a contented life and finally experience eternal happiness. All the sufferings experienced by worldlings are explained as the 11 fires in Buddhism. In short, they are as follows: the fire of lust, the fire of hatred, the fire of delusion, the fire of formation of unpleasant things, the fire of aging or decline of pleasant things, the fire of death or destruction of pleasant things. And because of the death of pleasant ones, following fires or sufferings form: the fire of sorrow, the fire of grief, the fire of despair, the fire of pain, and the fire of lamentation. Now, I think that you can understand that attaching to pleasant things with lust, unpleasant things with hatred, and neutral things with delusion causes a lot of mental and physical sufferings in this life itself. Further, we should know that these attachments cause the continuity of the sorrowful cycle of rebirth, and therefore we have to suffer repeatedly. If we deeply think of our life, we can understand that the amount of sufferings we experience is much greater than that of the pleasure or happiness. That is why the Lord Buddha has advised us to attain enlightenment and stop the sorrowful cycle of rebirth as soon as possible. And he has explained several ways to attain enlightenment and get rid of sufferings, and all these ways have the same principle. This principle is living without attaching to pleasant things with lust, unpleasant things with hatred, and neutral things with delusion. In other words, to attain enlightenment and experience eternal happiness, we should live without polluting our clean mind with lust, hatred, and delusion. In conclusion, I like to summarize the things we should follow to get rid of sufferings, lead a contented life, finally attain enlightenment, and experience eternal happiness. To do this, firstly you should realize the three characteristics of our existence or our life. Let us recall them because they are very important. The first and the main characteristic is that the things we like or love do not remain as we want, or the things we like or love change against our will. This characteristic is called anicca in Pali language. The second characteristic is suffering, because the things we like don't remain as we want or change against our will. We have to suffer from dissatisfaction, frustration, mental stress, and physical pains. This characteristic is called dukkha in Pali language. The third characteristic is worthlessness or uselessness, because the things we like change against our will and give us sufferings. Our existence is worthless and useless. This characteristic is called anatta in Pali language. Secondly, we should know that there are three kinds of things we experience in our life. They are the things giving us pleasant feelings, things giving us unpleasant feelings, and things giving us neutral feelings. To get rid of sufferings, we should live without attaching to pleasant things with lust, unpleasant things with hatred, and neutral things with delusion. If we study the facts and follow the instructions explained in this lecture, a day will come when you will get rid of sufferings, attain enlightenment, and experience eternal happiness. May you attain enlightenment.